right, what's good, what's good, what's good? Welcome to Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast, presented by DJ City. I'm your host, DJ Crooked. I am with DJ Never.
Yo, what up?
Jamie the Great.
Yeah.
DJ D Miles is MIA. He's getting his ass fixed.
He's still.
Yo, no, stop. Keep saying that shit.
His ass is still broken, so
He's not working right.
he's letting his ass heal.
He's under the weather. Fuck out of here.
We got a special guest though. We don't get many women DJs here, so we got a very special guest here. DJ Millie's in the building from LA. What's good, Millie?
What up, what up?
How you doing?
I'm
good?
wonderful. I'm good,
What you doing in Vegas?
I got a little gig tomorrow at the Venetian.
You actually
Electra.
DJ'd at Light here before with Never, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How was that, Nev?
crazy.
No, she did a thing. She killed it.
She did a thing?
Yeah.
Are you G'ing her up right now?
I'm not Gina.
You being
not
nice
not
now?
at all.
Not at all?
Keeping it real.
How was she playing? Let's get a critique over here.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Please give me a critique.
Nah, you was good. You played the right songs. You was on the mic. You was doing your thing.
Oh, she was on the mic too?
Yeah.
Pause. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was on the mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little bit.
She was what? She was like real hip hop. She was real trap. What she was doing? What was she
A little
doing?
bit of both.
Yeah.
But definitely.
Did she go to the front at all?
To the
No,
stage?
she
Work
to the
on
stage.
stage?
No, she didn't
Damn,
do
I
that.
wasn't
Nah,
that
she
one. Not
didn't do
yet. That was my first time there.
Next time she gonna do it.
Next time for sure.
I feel like that's got to be, that's got to work
Crowd
in it.
surf.
Yeah. Do the whole, do any antics. So anyway, what do you call it? You're not offended by female DJ or women DJ, all that stuff? Or you are?
No, I like that you say woman DJ. I don't know why I hate when people say female DJ.
Oh, so you don't like that?
Yeah, no, I'm not into
Can
it.
you explain this? Because I haven't met a woman DJ,
That's
right? Who actually didn't, like, most of them don't care.
I'm not going to lie. I actually really don't care, but
No, but
there's
speak your
been
shit.
certain times where, like, wording, like, it didn't need to be said that I was a female. Like, you could tell by the photo, So it was like some convention I was DJing, and it was like the female DJ, like, comes and, like, they just try to make it sound, like, so interesting because it's a female DJ, but it's like, no, I'm a DJ. You don't have to say if I'm a female or male. Like, it really doesn't matter, especially if you have a photo. Like,
So they were like putting you in a box
yeah,
almost?
like,
or, yeah.
it's like that. But I'm also not like super offended by it. I'm just like, the female part really wasn't necessary. But
So you rather just be called a DJ?
yeah, I'd rather
It's
just be
like-
like, just call me Millie. Like,
I mean, but
doesn't
it
even-
depends, right?
Yeah.
Like, if a dude hits me up and he's like, yo, I'm looking for a female DJ.
That's different. Like, if you're looking for a female DJ,
then she's going to get paid. That's why.
that's
She's like, yeah.
specific.
she's gonna get the bigger bag at
Yeah,
that
you
point.
I don't care what you call me.
That's
Is
how
the
you all
bag
feel
secure?
about it.
As long
I
as,
mean,
as long as
I'm
you're gonna book me, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, it does happen like that sometimes.
I'm wondering, like, if
A lot
someone's
of the
like, yeah, I
time.
want a Chinese DJ. I mean, I'm Korean.
But
I'll be
yeah,
a Chinese DJ, though.
Hey, like,
I'll be
Is
whatever
the
Asian
bag
you-
secure? I'll be a Chinese DJ.
I've done stuff with BET. They want a black DJ,
Yeah.
most of the time.
So
Sometimes
what is your
not.
background?
I'm Cape Verdean. So
Cape Verdean.
Yeah.
Where's that?
So that's an island like off the coast of Africa, and it's pretty much like they speak Portuguese, but it's
Oh,
an
wow.
island, yeah.
Do you speak Portuguese?
No, I do not. I wish.
Were you born in
I was born here. I was born
Okay.
in, well, not here, Vegas, but I was born in Los Angeles.
All
Yeah,
right.
What
so-
part?
In Westwood.
What part are you from right now?
I'm from Pasadena.
Okay.
Yeah, but born.
You
and
have
raised
like a Pasadena accent, right?
I don't know what my accent
No,
is.
it's not an
like-
accent. It's the attitude that she
Yeah.
carries. Like, she has that
No,
gangster
He
she
knows.
shit.
He knows.
That's
Yeah.
that like that Pasadena accent, right?
There's no
A
Pasadena
little
accent.
it's like borderline, not Valley Girl, but like a little like LA-ish.
She has the attitude. She has a cute, like the
Like,
the
oh no,
aggressive
like,
attitude.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
don't fuck
it's
with
like
me.
it's like yeah, don't fuck with me, but it's also kind of like I'm sweet,
She's
but
nice.
like I can go there if we need to do that.
Sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Is that what
Exactly.
Pasadena, being from Pasadena means?
I mean, hey, Pasadena has its parts to be kind of like rough.
Okay.
That's why there's attitude behind it, but there's some nice people in
So
Pasadena.
you're a Cali girl, pretty
Yeah,
much. For sure.
Cali girl for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Are you biracial?
No.
You're not, but you look biracial.
Well, like I have a very mixed family. Like my
Yeah.
grandmother is like half German, and then like there's just people very mixed all over.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
some like Brazilians over there somewhere.
Brazilians.
But I'm black for the most part. I'm just like I'm black.
She checks black.
technically,
I'm black.
Technically
Like,
African?
Let's talk. I'm African, honestly.
African. Yeah. Okay. So like, growing up, was there, what was the music that you were raised in?
So I was raised on like funk and jazz. My father is a bass player, so he actually started off when he was like 15 playing the bass and started playing for Carlos Santana.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
And then like actually couple years before I was born, he got with Luther Vandross.
Oh, get out
So
of here.
like that's actually like my uncle. Like
Oh,
we
shit.
grew up like
That's a flex.
yeah.
Luther was your uncle?
Yeah, Luther's my uncle. Yeah. So
Wait.
That's a flex. You dropped.
it's a flex, but like it's the truth. So
She just said Luther was my uncle.
Luther
Yeah.
Vandross
When did
is
you
her
see
uncle.
Luther? During the holidays?
Yeah, every Thanksgiving, every Christmas.
Did he ever
he's
sing you
with
happy
us.
birthday?
He has sang me happy birthday, but I
shit.
probably honestly don't remember.
Fuck.
I always wanted him to like sing at my wedding, rest in peace. But
That's
yeah,
fucking a flex.
yeah. So like my whole life, up until he passed away, my dad was playing with him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I have a question, and don't get offended by this.
Hmm.
Was Big Luther and Skinny Luther different?
You know what?
Did they treat you differently? Did they act differently?
I was actually thinking that, but I would never have said that.
We tried it.
Was Big Luther like more lovable? Skinny Luther was like
you know
more
what?
agitated?
I was younger, so
gave the
he
better
gave
girl?
me all the love all the time. Like it was so funny because he would love to like me and my sister. He would just like hand us money, and then like for our birthdays, like I remember like I'm into like bags and stuff, and he got me my first Prada bag.
Oh, wow.
And like
So Big
yeah.
Luther gave you a better bag than
Wait,
Skinny
how old
Luther?
were you?
He was actually Skinny Luther at the time.
Okay.
How old were
I
you?
think I was like 10 or
10 with
11
a Prada bag?
a Prada bag. It was like one of the little
Oh.
mini ones, and now they're like back in like little vintage Prada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's from Luther.
It's from
And
Luther,
it's from
bro.
Luther, so it's like
You still have the bag?
can't even wear it. No, actually, I think my sister has them. It was like one red one and one brown one.
So you grew up around a lot of like soul and funk royalty,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Did your pops also work with Marvin Gaye or something like
Yeah,
that?
my dad worked with Marvin Gaye. George Duke is another big
Oh,
one.
wow.
Jesus.
Yeah. So.
So what was his household like? What was it?
Very, very like musical. Like my mom was a singer up until
shit.
like she had us, and then kind of like was like, all right, like I have 2 kids, and my husband plays the bass, so she kind of like wasn't into it anymore. But like right from when I like knew how to talk and like actually do things, like I wanted to play the piano and like just get on all the instruments. And it wasn't until like middle school my dad started pushing the bass on me. But I wasn't like I did it for a little bit, but that's kind of how I was with a lot of instruments. Like I played the bass, and then I was like, ugh, I don't know. And then I started playing the stand-up bass, and I was into that for a little bit. Then I was like, all right, the cello. I just started getting like smaller and smaller in the strings, and then I started getting into the horns, and that's what I really liked. Like I played the saxophone. I was in the band for like all throughout high
Wow.
school.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
So
yeah, it was a
You were playing the stand-up bass?
yeah, I played
shit
the
is huge.
stand-up bass.
Yeah.
It's so huge,
Boom,
but
boom, boom, boom.
I just liked it because like nobody wanted to play the stand-up bass. So I'm like, I could be so good at this, and like I don't really have to have like competition.
Yeah.
But
type
then you had to
thing.
carry that shit around, right?
Yeah,
That shit was
but
crazy.
like yeah, it was
It's
crazy.
bigger than you. Fuck.
My dad was like, "Girl, you ain't trying to play the stand-up bass." So I was like, "You right."
So you ended up playing saxophone.
Yeah, I played the alto saxophone.
So you pretty good?
I don't play anymore, but honestly, if I started practicing, I feel like I could get back.
So you can like
into
read
it.
notes and
Yeah.
shit. You know meter and
Yeah.
timing and shit like that.
Saxophone's the dope ass instrument.
Yeah, saxophone's so dope. Do y'all know, or are you familiar with Masego? The
No.
artist Masego. He's a really good singer, but he also plays the saxophone. He goes crazy.
Masego.
Mm-hmm.
What
Check
is
him
like?
out.
What's an album or something that he has?
He has a song.
Is
and
this a
it's
new
like,
artist?
It's like Tat Out. That's like his most like popular song. I'm not gonna do it again, but look it up. It's called Tat Out. Like literally, that's the name of it. Tat Out.
You know this?
Yes, sir.
What is it? Is it dope? What is it? When did it drop?
Tat Out is a good one. What's the other one?
He got a new one called Queen Tings. I'm actually in the music video.
Oh,
Queen
nice.
Tings. Yeah.
You can find Millie on Queens.
That's why she's pushing this
Queen
shit.
Tings.
She was in the video.
My girl directed it. Il Bro.
She
Shout out,
She wants the
Ilbro.
views.
It's a family affair. I
Yeah,
get it. I get it.
Cross promoting.
No, but like he's
Not mad
really
at that.
dope. Like
Is he like an R&B
saxophone.
or jazz musician?
Yeah, he's done songs with like Kate Trinata, I think. Actually, don't quote me, but I feel like he's kind of like in that lane of like chill, but like very jazz at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dope. But
So-
yeah,
Check that out.
saxophone.
I wonder, and this is a little personal, growing up in like, with obviously your pops was a musician.
Mm-hmm.
Was there times when it was like struggling? Was it like consistent work? Was it like rough? Was it up and down? Did you kind of see anything like that? I always wondered, like, when there's these really talented guitarists, bass players, pianos that work with all of these artists, when these artists are like, when there's the tour's over and they're like
Yeah.
chilling, there's like all this downtime and you're kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're kind of like waiting. I remember like watching a bunch of documentaries. Remember there was one about Rick James, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And how his band, he got
Oh,
out
yeah.
of jail. His band was
And they
waiting
just
for
waiting
him.
for him. Yeah, to go.
And then he ended up dying.
Yeah. So that's
So they were just like, fuck.
Rough.
And
Yeah.
I remember like even one of my boys, I think he worked with, he was D'Angelo's manager.
Mhm.
And he's just like, yo, we're just waiting for D'Angelo to like be ready to go back on tour.
Yeah.
Everyone's just waiting. So I was just wondering if that, like, your pops went through that or he was pretty busy.
Well, yeah, I mean, he, like, I never actually saw it, but I do remember, like, certain times where he was, like, taking more gigs, and I was like, oh, okay, like, maybe because Luther's not touring, but I will say Luther toured a lot. Like, my
Yeah,
dad
yeah.
actually wasn't home a lot of the time. Like, he was either, like, in Japan or Europe, but he also kind of had a career of his own. Like, he had albums that he put out. Byron Miller, go
Yeah.
check that out. But yeah, so he had like his own albums that he was putting out. But I do remember like at one time I felt like it was just so random. Like he started playing with Chris Brown, and I was like, okay, like I guess, and I was just like, Dad, like, what's up with the Chris Brown thing, And he's like,
Were you fanning out that it was Chris Brown or no?
I actually didn't care. My sister was obsessed with
Sorry,
him.
Chris.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, like he dances and stuff. But it was like when Chris Brown like first came out, like with
Okay.
like Yo and
With
like
Yo,
Run
yeah.
It and stuff. And I think it was like the Jay Leno show. We went and saw him, and my sister was so obsessed with him, and I was like, I don't know.
He's no Luther.
He's not.
He's not, and like he
You're
was
giving me
just
a
like
Potter bag.
he was a child. Also, like he was like doing backflips in the room, and like
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like this is what we doing. And my dad was just like, yeah, I mean Chris Brown, like it's a gig, like that's what we're doing. So, but yeah, like it, it took its turns, but I never really saw him like actually struggle like that. No.
So, like, what got you into DJing? And is your pops, like, supportive of you being, like, DJing and shit? or-
So actually it's funny, when I was like in the band and stuff, I started like, I'm not going to say that I started thinking I'm going to be a DJ, because that's not what happened, but I was like looking more into like just music that I really liked, just like downloading a bunch of different music. And then there was this thing at lunchtime at my high school where like they would have different people just like come play music. And I remember like setting up for it, and I like loved doing that. So then like once I graduated.
You mean setting up the equipment?
No, just like setting up a playlist of music.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
to play during lunch, like 30 minutes, So like I did that, and like people were like, "Oh my god, like where'd you find this song?" And I was just like, "I'm not gonna tell you."
LimeWire.
Like I was like exactly like why like.
When was this? The iPod era? What was this?
It sounds like
Like
0506.
I was like, I graduated 09.
Okay, so this is 07,
Yeah.
08?
Yeah, so.
I graduated 07, so yeah.
Yeah, so like, yeah, during that time.
You still had to bring a burned CD?
Burn CD. So I loved doing that. And then like after high school, I did the whole college thing, but I like hated it. And I started meeting like hella DJs randomly. And then like a few of them were like, yeah, you should get into it. Like there's really not that many like girls out there. And so I was like, you know, like it was kind of like a thought in my head, like, oh, maybe, you know. And then so eventually I was like, I think I should really just do this. It kind of just like was one of those moments, like, let me just like get into it. Like, let's see, you know, I've played all these instruments. Like I can learn how to DJ.
I want to know how you learn, because I always feel like a dude always teaches a girl how to learn, like a DJ teaches a girl how to learn.
Okay, so I mean, there's always a story behind that
he's
too.
Trying to hook up
He's trying to hook up with the girl.
Yeah, I'll teach you.
So I want to know.
I got you. Yeah.
Hold up. Let me take a little sip of this. Let me take a little sip of this real quick.
That was the game. That's the game.
I mean, I liked hearing the high school story and college.
cute.
But I
Yeah,
wanted to
you
know
know,
this.
And the Chris Brown and all.
Yeah, that's really
Get to
cute.
the-
Exactly.
Because I have a rule. I have a
Get
rule
to
to a
it.
lot of my friends.
What's your rule?
A lot of my boys who are DJs.
What's the rule?
The rule is, if your girl wants to learn to DJ, you have to be comfortable with the idea that she will be bigger than you, and she might
Yes.
blow up more than you, right?
She looked at me.
Woo, period.
Wait. You have to be comfortable with this. You have to be very secure in, you know, where you are in life and in your career.
Yeah.
That if you teach this girl how to DJ, she's gonna run with it, and she might blow up bigger than you, and y'all might break up, and you have to watch her blow the fuck up, and you have to be comfortable with it.
Yikes.
Kind of like the movie A Star Is Born, right? Like A Star Is Born.
But like,
I mean,
not
yeah.
even though.
Nah, not really, because that motherfucker just died. I mean,
And then like,
Maybe the DJ. I don't
he
know,
died, but also she was just like
was ready to ride
so
or die.
amazing,
Yeah.
period, by herself, and that's really what it comes down to. Is
She
like
was
if
ride
you
or
have
die.
it,
Yeah, she
you
was,
know,
yeah.
and she had it, and
Yeah.
like he didn't give it to her. He just like made her
But he
know
helped
that
her
she had
get
it.
there, yeah.
Like he
He
definitely
pushed
helped
her,
her
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, so I was like.
Here we go. Here we go. Spiciness.
So
coming through.
boom. So yeah. So I was like, all right, yeah, I want to DJ. And then I started like looking at, you know, schools and stuff. But I didn't really want to do the school thing because I just knew that like the way I was in actual school like wasn't the way I needed to be taught. So it's like I need like one-on-one, like. So I started looking for stuff. I seen like the there's like a school Scratch Academy, and then I was like, can't afford that, you know.
how much is that?
It's like so expensive.
It's like $300 like a month and shit like that.
And this is before fucking.
This is Beats before Beats Junkie.
Yeah, Beat Junkie school.
Yeah, they're
All right,
not,
so I
right?
want to get to the dude that
Yeah, let's
you
talk about
Okay,
finessed.
so actually, it wasn't just a dude at first. So I
Who did
started.
how'd you finesse him?
So I started. Stop. Yeah.
What did you do?
Ooh,
to
I might get in
finesse him?
trouble for talking about this, but yeah, no. So I actually started going to Astro.
Shouts to Astro.
Shout out
Astro?
to
What's
Patty
that?
Clover.
Astro's a shop in Glendale. It's on the north side. It's probably the only DJ related store in that side of
What
town.
are they selling there?
They sell turntables, everything.
Everything.
You can buy your whole set, and you can get the lighting and the
Like fat caps.
And they have like a little practice room.
fat cat. No,
You know what I'm talking about? When you go to they like sell like graffiti fat caps.
no, they don't sell graffiti shit. It's all.
I'm not
equipment.
crazy. Like every streetwear store had fat caps for some
No,
reason.
this
right?
is not. This is
Okay.
like audio, lighting, and all this good shit.
So it's
But
like a
yeah.
turntable lab.
Yeah, and yeah, kind of
Okay.
yeah.
So it's called Astro.
But they also teach you. There's lessons that you can buy, and you know DJs can teach you.
Yeah,
you went to
so they have
Astro.
lessons. So I was like, oh, I want a female teacher because I was trying to avoid that situation, right?
By the way, funny enough, it's down the street from Beat Junkies.
Is it really?
Yes, it's
I didn't
literally
know
like
that.
down the street.
Okay.
That's funny. Okay, so yeah, so Patty Clover, shout out to Patty Clover.
Shouts to Patty.
She started teaching me how to DJ, but she's like a real battle DJ. Like she's scratching it up, like, and I'm like, okay, fuck,
Did you-
like it's gonna
what-
take me a minute to get to that, you know. So I'm like practicing and stuff, and I was just like, fuck, I'm like not getting any better. Like,
What did
I was
you
like,
just
can
ask
you teach
her?
me how to mix, you know? And so yeah, so she started teaching me basic mixes, and then in that process, I met this person that shall not be named.
Well, we could bleep it if.
Nah, I mean, it's
I don't even want to say his name because no. But yeah,
That's fine. He
He-
changed their life, yo.
you know what? Yo,
Shout outs to the homie.
stop.
I'm trying to think.
No,
I'm trying to think of every LA DJ. That
Nah, you probably won't
might
get
be-
there.
He's not even from LA, so no.
You would never
But no,
get
like he taught me a lot. I would never like take away from that. He taught me a lot, like when it comes to mixing and actually like reading a crowd
Wait,
and the
but-
stuff that really actually matters. Like he definitely taught me all of that. But like there's a difference between like a teacher and somebody who's just like trying to own everything that you do because they know that it's gonna be something good because you already have music knowledge. You're also putting them onto music. Like it's not just like a one-sided thing. So like he taught me how to mix, taught me a lot about the business. I met him at this event. Do you all remember Young and Reckless?
Yes.
That brand?
The clothing brand.
Yeah. So they had this event and my friend used to work for them and he like was DJing and I remember him scratching and I was like, oh shit, like he's hella good. So I was like, hey, like I just started taking DJ lessons. Like, you trying to teach me? And he was like, sure. But then like, but then was like,
at his best.
At his best.
but like I was really just trying to learn. I was not even thinking anything of it. And then he was like, oh yeah, I'll teach you. And then like, you know, started teaching me. And then just.
Oh wait, so you were never
getting
romantically
weird.
with this dude?
Yeah, I like ended up
Oh.
being like that, but like didn't even mean to be like that.
Okay.
Like,
She wasn't learning fast enough.
So she had to
shut
step it
up.
He was holding on to some
Exactly.
tricks.
You know, I needed
She wanted to
some more tricks.
She
so,
wanted to learn how to do the
Yeah.
crab scratch. She was only giving it the baby style.
I wanted to learn the crab, but you know, my nails got in the way.
She had to turn the finesse meter up
She's
a little
like,
bit. Just finesse
From the
them a little
2-click
bit.
flare to the 3-click flare.
Sucked all his mojo. Sucked all his mojo and then broke his heart.
Oh, get out. That's probably how he loves to tell it, but
Prayers to that king.
get out. But no. Yeah, so,
I don't know, man. Yo, whoever you are, shout to you, man.
We see you,
Keep
bro.
your head
No, don't.
Salute.
It's not that at all.
We know what happened. We know the story.
Y'all know.
we feel you,
Well,
brother.
if y'all know, then y'all know.
We feel you, man.
Whatever.
All right. So then you broke his heart. And
So then, yeah, I mean, it pretty much went how you said. Like it went like, oh, okay, like I became really good, and then you know I'm getting booked, and then like he's not getting booked.
Where were you
like,
getting
at all
booked?
ever, and then like literally at all ever, and then like he kind of just got in the way. Like would be at gigs like talking to people crazy and like treating all the clients wild, and like I'm just like, you're just not good for business. And then at one point like deleted all of the music off my computer, like just like started doing
Wait,
like
no.
crazy
That's
hater
fucked up.
shit.
That's fucked
No,
up.
like honestly, I wanted to kill myself.
Are
It
you
was the
serious?
worst feeling
Yo,
ever.
He select all delete.
Kidding me? No, he actually like didn't even do that. Like he deleted everything off my. He
I want to
deleted
know
my
who this
computer.
guy is
Shit.
now.
Nah, he
Yeah.
sounds like a fucking asshole, bro.
That's
Jesus
really
Christ.
fucked
No,
up.
like he like got
want him
so
on the
mad
podcast.
and in his feelings. It was actually crazy. I had a gig in Boston. It was right before my gig in Boston. He deleted all the music off my computer. I come back to open my computer and it's just like that question mark with the folder. And I'm like, oh,
I'm
fuck.
looking at it, I was like, that dude is
Had
nuts.
none of my music backed up. Literally none. None of my music backed up. Such a rookie move.
He knew the
None.
shortcut.
Couldn't get any of my music back. Like, shout out to Kiana and A-Track for like sending me a lot of music after that happened. Cause like I was
That
like,
sucks.
I think at that point I was like,
So
should I even do this shit anymore? Like I don't even have my.
She was, like,
I wanna-
defeated.
A DJ's nothing without their music. Like
That's fucked up.
yeah.
That's foul as shit,
Yeah.
bro.
But
Yeah,
you
so-
gotta admit though, if you had to get back at somebody, that's
no,
the best way to
that
get
is
back.
not the
That's
way.
really bad though.
That
man.
is not the way. And like
Broke
get
your-
back.
son. She broke
You
your
must have
heart.
really hurt him.
I ain't break nothing. Okay.
She stole your mojo. She took everything from you, and she took your heart.
The worst thing is just
See,
take her
that's
music.
the thing
And
though.
now then you just take her music.
But what was he thinking?
Why?
What was he thinking though? He must have
Why
been
do
like,
you
oh,
feel
man,
like you own everything?
How can I get her back? You know what? I'm gonna erase
Control
all the
all-
fucking music off.
No,
the
that's the
laptop.
best thing. That's the best thing. He didn't want it back. It was like it's the equivalent of a dude.
No, how he could like get back at her for breaking
Oh
his
yeah,
heart.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a way, but like it's also not. Well, he also was trying to have me like sign these crazy contracts. Well, that's also because it's not even just like the DJing thing. Like, actually, I got signed to a modeling agency like
Yeah.
once my DJing
is this when
stuff.
you signed with Wilhelmina?
Yeah, it was a little bit. I had signed with Wilhelmina, and then I actually like started working a lot, like booking big campaigns and like things that had like it was like a lot more money than DJing, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh shit!" Like obviously
He wanted
he
to
had
get a
never
cut.
been around anybody making that much money with that, you know, like with like DJing being the
The second
point of it,
Yeah.
It's one thing if I was like your girlfriend, you're like, I'm gonna make you a fucking famous ass DJ. That's not how it went. It was like you were DJing something, and I went up to you and I was like, hey, like teach me more. And then you did, and then like decided, oh, like she's stupid. Let me take full advantage and like try to ruin your life.
What's the
Pretty
time frame
much.
on this? Is this like a 2-year like time frame that all this shit is happening?
It happened like right in like like once my shit started like blowing up, and not that I've like gotten to that point, but like once I started like making money and like could quit my job.
What were you doing? What was your job?
I was a cocktail waitress
Where?
at the Red Berry in Hollywood.
That's
It's
a great
closed
hotel.
now. It's closed now. So I was a cocktail waitress there, and then I started DJing there. I was like, give me Fridays, and
They had a club?
They did. No, it's just a rooftop.
Oh, okay.
But they had DJs Fridays and
It was a-
Saturdays,
it was a
and
dope
their
hotel.
DJs were whack. I was like, y'all, come on, trust me, I'm a beginner and I can do better. And so that was
about
like
it.
my
Right.
spot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
She had the juice. She's like, put me on.
yeah. So that was my Friday.
Fucking feeling
She's really
herself.
feeling herself, yeah.
Yo.
She's like, this guy's
That's why you got to delete her laptop, yo.
You have to, because like that's all you could do, really, right?
She sounds like Never when he first started, when he said, yo, I can do this better than them. It's the same thing. Never had the same excuse.
I mean, yeah. So like that's how it went. I pretty much was like, give me Fridays, and then like that was my spot. I started like meeting people and like making them all come to Red
Pause,
Berry on
yeah.
Fridays.
Check it
Yeah,
out.
making them
Okay.
come to Red Berries on Fridays. But it was dope because I feel like I really like found myself as a DJ there. Like I could play anything. Like I would just do different sets. Like
What year was that?
It really wasn't
2013?
Like no, that was like 15 and 16.
Yeah,
15 and 16.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe like actually like 14 and 15.
14, 15.
Yeah.
So you were doing the Redbury rooftop,
Mm-hmm.
and what did you get scouted by Wilhelmina? Did someone come up to you?
Facebook.
I wanna know how
Instagram.
that
I'm not
works.
even gonna lie. I feel like it's when I got my locks is when like I got these.
Why? What did you?
locks.
Are you
They're
dreadlocks?
just like different, you know.
So do you
like,
think that
people are
helped?
like, oh, they're so different. Yeah. So shout out to Vivian Wilhelmina. She messaged me off of the director of Wilhelmina's Instagram page, and was like, oh, come in for a meeting. And I was like, ugh.
What year was this?
This was like 3 years ago.
It's around the same time.
yeah.
Redberry. So 2016.
Redbury, like around the same time. So she hit me up, and I had done some modeling previously, like in high school. Like I had like a makeup campaign, but I wasn't signed to any agency. When I was getting signed, like they were just trying to make me lose weight, and it was just like really stupid, and I wasn't trying to lose weight. So I was like, maybe this isn't for me. Like I'm just gonna stick to like my music stuff, because I was like in the band and stuff. So yeah, so Wilhelmina, I went in for a meeting, and I was just like kind of like on guard. I was like, if y'all are gonna try to make me lose weight, like this is not really what I'm trying to do, but like I'm down to do like cosmetics or like whatever y'all want. And they were like, oh my god, like absolutely not, like we love your body, like the industry is changing, like it's so body positive now. So yeah, I was like, oh well then shit, let's do it. So then I literally got signed like the same day.
Wow.
And they've been so amazing since. Like
What-
after that day,
How was that contract? I'm just curious.
it's a 2-year contract at
Yeah.
first, and then like after that, it kind of like just rolls over if they like you.
And
but-
what is it exactly? They get you gigs?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Modeling gigs.
Yeah,
not
they
DJ
give you
gigs.
modeling. I've like gotten like Wilhelmina gigs. Like I've done like all their holiday parties. They have summer parties,
Yeah.
and then like Fashion Week, like all that stuff. But like once I got signed in New York, and then that kind of like I feel like put me on more like DJ stuff in New York.
So they flew you
And,
to
like,
New York?
Chicago, yeah.
Because their main office is probably in New
Yeah,
York.
they flew me to New York, and then like in New York, I was like, oh my god, like in New York, it's kind of like you realize like, oh shit,
You
like
made it.
this is like some real modeling. Like they have me like going all over the city. Like I met with like CR Fashion Book, which is like huge. Like
Right.
I'm into fashion, so it was like, oh, that's crazy. Like I'm just here, like just meeting them, and then like like Refinery 29, like all these like really cool Teen Vogue, like Nylon. Like I was just like meeting with all of them, but I was like really just like, I'm a DJ. Like, I wasn't in there like, oh, I want to be in your magazine. I was just like, hey, like, I'm a DJ. Like, I know y'all got events. So like,
She's hustling.
I was like, and like at Nylon, that's when I started like getting like all the corporate gigs, because Nylon gave me like one of my first like huge like corporate like big things. It was like Avicii and not Avicii. Oh my God, I shouldn't say Avicii. Zed, not Avicii.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Avicii. Not, I don't know why we were just talking about Avicii. But Zed and like Tinashe.
Oh,
So I was like, oh, this is crazy. Like, I'm here, you know.
So wait. So when you
New
sign
York
with them
was
for
lit.
2 years, right? Sorry to cut you off. When you sign with them 2 years, I'm just really fascinated by the whole business side of the whole thing, because I don't know anything about it. So when you sign with them for 2 years, because I wanted to ask you, were you a model before you were a DJ? But it looks like you're definitely a DJ, and they noticed you, and you're obviously marketable in the fashion industry, right? And so when they sign you, I'm really thinking with Wilhelmina, because when I looked at their site, they even had like a somewhat expansive division of like social media influencers.
Yeah, they have an influencers board.
Which is new, right?
Yeah.
Which is something new. And then I don't know if they sign many DJs or represent many DJs. You're like one of none.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I
one
don't
of
think
one.
there's any other
Yeah.
ones. I might be wrong, but I don't think there is.
So when they signed you, I was just wondering if they were kind of seeing that there's opportunities here for events and open doors for you to get. So if they get you like certain gigs, what's their like what's the typical percentage?
It's anywhere between. That's like the standard
Yeah.
like agency takeaway, but
And would they recommend that you get do they help you with like PR?
no, not really. Like, okay, so I had an agent in New York that was like kind of big on that. Like, that was like, you needed like PR. Like,
Right.
it was really like
It's expensive.
just, yeah, very expensive. But she was just like trying to just like market me as a DJ, and that's what I really liked about it, because I was like, okay, like they're not just trying to like make me go to these stupid castings, since I hate going to castings. They weren't trying to have me do all that. Like, they were like, we're gonna like brand you as an individual, as a DJ, and like get you campaigns that like make sense around like your career,
Right.
you know, because there's a lot of beauty brands that like want, you know, like look at magazines now. It's not even models, it's like actresses and like people that are doing shit, like,
Yeah.
like not saying that models aren't doing shit, but like that's their job. And then like
Well,
there's
models-
actresses like coming in just like taking
Models had a
full-
resurgence, right? Like around Gigi and Bella and all of
Yeah.
these people, right? But there was a good 10 years or 15 years where people didn't give a fuck about models, right?
Yeah, they're just like what's it called, mannequins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I think with like with Bella, Gigi, Cara, right?
Cara, I feel like Cara was like kind of before Bella, and
She was
Gigi.
kind of like she was the first
They
one
kinda
getting
like-
noticed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like Gigi was like already herself before Bella even like came along. But yeah, like I don't know, like the modeling industry is different. It's like
You don't like castings?
I hate casting.
So what is that like?
It's like you go and then there's like
They're just judging you?
50,000 people that just look like you know, and you're like, they're like, who's better? And then it's just like, this is so terrible for my
God, that
self-esteem. You know, like, just
You already
like,
got 49,000
That's
other
crazy.
ones.
right. So I'm just in there
Why am I
like,
here?
I'm there like, I'm not gonna get this. Like, and I get in my head, and castings just like aren't good for me, you know, like.
So you don't do it. You don't.
That can kind of fuck with you. Can you imagine like going to a DJ casting and then seeing like 8 other
All
bald
your
black
friends,
guys?
Yeah.
with
and then it's
beards?
like your friends too.
Yeah,
Like you
like the
see your
homies.
friends
Yeah.
there, and
It's like,
you're
Devin,
like,
what are you doing?
you're like, oh, like everybody knows, like, oh, I probably am not gonna get this, but like we're all just here,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like sometimes I feel like it's a waste of time, but then sometimes, you know, the client will see you and they'll be like, oh, well, we want to use her for our next campaign. She
Do
might
you,
not
do you
be good
feel
for
like you
this.
have to be like outrageously charismatic and get there like, hey guys? Like,
See, that's the thing. I'm not good at that. Like, I'll be like, I just can't. Like, you know? There was this one casting that was, I think it was for a commercial or something. And they were like, oh, we want you to, like, be beautiful, and then you're gonna turn into a monster, and you just start fucking everything up. And I'm like, what? Like, and I was like, okay. So I fucking try to like be cute, and then like turn into a monster, and then I just like, they said fuck everything up, so I just started like throwing everything in the room, and I like break the chair, and the like casting director is looking at me like, bitch, like, I didn't mean to actually break shit. And I was like, see, this is why y'all don't send me to castings, because, like, I don't know.
So did you get it?
I did not get it.
No, the monster did not get it, bro.
I didn't get it. They were so mad.
It's
It
like,
was
yo,
so
turn
weird.
into the Hulk.
I'm trying to imagine.
Literally, that's what they said.
We gotta
Turn
replace
it-
a chair now.
You're going to be like, you're going to shape shift into, like,
I'm trying to
Hulk.
imagine
It's
though, like imagine walking in a room, right? Seeing like 20 other guys that kind of look at you. Some are taller, some are better looking, some have better, are more like physically fit. And then it just makes you feel like I'm not I shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
I'm
right?
wasting
It
my
just fucks
time.
it.
That's exactly
Like,
what
what
it
do I
feels
have
like.
to bring to the table? These people obviously look better
Way
than me.
better,
This person's taller.
Yeah, and that's probably that's the thing that's like probably what they're thinking too, like all the people that are there, because
Yeah.
like I'll be like, oh my god, that girl has like literally everything that I kind of like want for myself, like not want for myself, but like, you know, there's like certain things you might want to like change about yourself.
Yeah.
A little
And they might have
taller,
that
yeah.
little like a little tweak. Like I'm not like, I don't want to be like a different person, but you know, like oh, she's like a little bit skinnier and smaller
Yeah.
waist, you know, like it's just like that type of shit, you know, you get in your head. And then it's also like social media now is just the worst ever.
Oh,
like
definitely.
girls
Yeah.
are just like looking at it thinking that it's real, and it's just not. Like everybody facetunes himself. Nobody fucking looks like that. Like come on, nobody.
You recently posted something about your weight fluctuating and all of that stuff, and just
Yeah, so like with agencies, like they want you to come in for digitals, and like digitals are these things are like raw images. Not that, I mean, they're on a digital camera, and it's like this room with like a lot of lighting, and they're like, oh yeah, like lingerie, like bring a lingerie option, because there's like lingerie clients that they have to show the digitals to, and then
Right.
like swimwear clients, and like regular just like jeans and t-shirt. And then like I always just like freak myself out. I'm like, I don't want to go in for digitals, because like everybody at the agency is just like so small, and like I just don't feel like I'm that size, you know. And they never wanted me to be that size, but I still get in my head about it, because I do feel like I can fluctuate, and I'm a little bit bigger than when they first signed me, but they still don't care, because I'm on the curve board.
yeah.
And the curve is literally just like,
Wait, what is this? The curve board?
the curve board is like, you got curves.
Yeah.
Like,
Please
that's
tell me
literally what it
I
means.
never heard that before.
so it's like the
there's,
curve division.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
curve division. And the curve division actually has
Curve
like,
division is crazy.
no, it's and it's a whole thing. But like, you know what?
I
Brands-
would be in the curve division. Would you?
Yeah. I'll be in the big curve.
You be in
The
the curve
curve.
plus.
Curve
They
plus.
love it. They love it. The brands are eating it up. They love the curve. They love the body positive. Like the industry has been changing a lot. And like, it's funny because I like went in for a meeting, and I was like, y'all need to take me off the curve board. I want to be on the main board. And I could easily be on the main board, but people look at the curve board more than they do the main
Hey,
board
you
now.
keep eating those tacos,
Yeah.
Millie. Keep eating.
Yeah, I'm like, because I have
Stay
to like,
there.
I also have to think about like how it was when I first got signed. Like I wasn't trying to like be like some skinny person. Like I went in there like, hey, I like to fucking eat, and I don't want to be like some skinny ass model, and I don't want to like have to go through that, because it's so hard to, like, especially if like you're just this size naturally, like, and you have to try to be something else. Like that's just not the way to go. You should like 100% always be yourself, and never try to change for anybody, because then you're just never going to be comfortable, and you're always going to be like trying to be something that you're not, you know. So that's like exactly what I wanted to steer away from. And it's funny because I never really like get deep on Instagram like that. Like I hate captions and stuff, but I was like,
was
people
pretty
kind of
deep.
need to know, like, you know, like it's real. It happens. Like, and there's probably a lot of models that go through it, because like my agent had been trying to get me in for months, and I came up with every excuse to like not go. I was like, oh, well, you know, can't today because I have to like DJ, you know, like I would just
So
like
did you
say,
you ended up doing it and just driving
I
yourself
ended
crazy?
up just
you
being
know?
like, I don't look that bad. Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not going to, like, be some completely different size at any point unless I, like, juice. And I hate juicing. I don't want to ever do it. I hate it. But yeah, so
Never. You hate
because
juicing.
like
too,
who
right?
wants to
I
like
hate
not
juicing, yeah.
eat?
You
Whoever
love
wants.
juicing.
I love juicing.
Cricket loves
I like
juicing.
juicing, but I don't like juicing and not eating, and that's when I lose the most weight. I will look like a different person after I juice. Like literally everything just. You know,
Gone.
I'll do it like before vacation,
You'll
but
be out of the curveboard fast.
I'll be out. Like they gonna give me a whole different division.
Do you feel that being on like an agency like Wilhelmina has obviously its benefits? It's an amazing. It's like one of the top rated agencies
Yeah.
in the world. But do you think that it also, puts this kind of stigma on you and this like not an insecurity, but you know what I mean? It makes you feel like an outsider and not like you're involved a little bit or like
Involved in like the DJ community, or
well,
what?
not even the DJ community, but you're putting a lot of pressure on your looks that you may not necessarily need to do if
Yeah.
you weren't in such an agency that was dependent more on looks. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like a, you know what I mean? It's like a, you know what I'm saying? It's like accepting the good and the bad.
The give and take.
It's a lot of
Yeah.
pressure, right?
See, that's the thing. Like,
Because for you, and
it's not that much pressure.
It's not that
as
much
much as
pressure?
you would think. Like, it's really not, because they're so great. Like, they don't like pressure me into anything. It's really just me in my head. Like, I get in my head about certain things, but like they're not like, hey, you need to be on it, you need to be like this. Like, me is just like self-care. Like, I take care of my skin. Like, that's just how I am. Like, I love skincare. Like, I'm into that. And then like I also, it's just like about being open. Like, I'm very open with them. I'm like, look, like I want to do beauty campaigns. Like, I want to do more test shoots that like make sense with what I'm doing, and they like really, really dig deep and do that. Like the cosmetic campaign that I'm in right now with Morphe Cosmetics, like it's so funny because like when I booked it, like because they know I hate castings, so like they'll just like send me like, oh, hey, you're confirmed for this job. So okay, great, and like the cosmetic campaigns are my favorite because they pay really well. But yeah,
she said they pay really well.
they pay really
Just
great.
in case you couldn't hear that.
Yeah.
Get an idea of what like I was just curious what these like campaign ads pay. You don't have to wait. Just
Yeah,
is it
give us
over?
a rough estimate.
Is it
Like
is,
what's good? And
I mean,
Is it a monthly? Is it like a retainer?
what's good? There's like, it depends. Like, there's these big brands that are like in CVS and Walgreens, and then there's like ones that they might use for like Instagram or like digital stuff, and that's like usually in between like. But then there's also those gigs that are
God
like,
damn.
that's good.
yeah,
I know
that's
they
why I'm
come on
like,
IG,
wow,
honey.
yeah.
So I have a
I
question.
look good.
With
Get
all
the
of the
money.
stuff that's going on, it does like does it matter if you can DJ well or not? Like where do you classify yourself as?
I will say, I see a lot of people in rooms that I feel like people that really, really can DJ should be in. And there's people that I know can't DJ that well that are in those rooms because of like who they know or like because of clout and like because of their Instagram.
Yeah.
And it sucks that it's that way because it shouldn't be, because it like that honestly started happening like a couple years ago. I remember like they started.
No, it's
Complex
always
Con.
happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
yeah.
new.
No, the social media clouds.
Maybe
Yeah.
just like social media though Instagram hasn't been as crazy as it's been now. Like, people are getting crazy checks just to post something,
Yeah.
and it hasn't always been like that. But
Is it still going up?
yeah.
Probably,
Yeah.
bro. Social
I've
media.
gotten paid shit to post, and I'm like, y'all really want to do this? Okay,
This
cool.
peanut butter crunch bar for 10K.
So-
But see, I will like, I've said no to like the Fashion Novas and like the like,
What's the tea?
just because it's just like
fit tea.
the fit tea.
it's a lot of work. You guys, honestly, these bloggers, like these Instagram girls, like they put in work, because I've been sent clothes that I have to post, and I'm like, fuck, like you got to get a photographer. Like, it's a whole thing. Like, and then like you have to think about like your followers and like what they like to see. Like, it is a whole job.
How do
Like,
I do this
so like respect
organically?
to them,
Yeah.
because that's a whole job. Like, it is, period. Like, because once I started getting clothing to post, I was like, oh,
I don't
no.
want to change. God damn it.
I'm like, oh, I gotta wear this to my DJ gig when I really just want to wear a t-shirt and some jeans, It's like certain things like that. But then it's like, oh, I'm getting paid for
Oh,
it, you know.
boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo, yeah, boo-hoo. But everybody always want to talk shit about the Instagram models, but like that's a job, and like
It's a lot of
blogging,
work,
like
yeah.
it's a lot of work. So like
Putting
respect
on
to
and taking
them.
off clothes.
Shout out to all the Instas,
Posing a
the
certain way.
Insta models, the you know.
No, I know it's a
job.
lot of work. I know it's a lot of work.
Keeping your followers engaged and like
Mhm.
wanting to follow you, because I noticed like I started like losing followers, and it was like I don't really like to post like that, like.
I know.
Unless it's
I went
like
back to your
natural.
Instagram when I was doing some research, and you had a picture with 100 likes, and then I scrolled up more, and it was like, pfft,
Yeah.
you got popping. I was like, damn.
I know. I started having to, like, archive those because I'm like, okay, these niggas just come down.
No, it's just started from the bottom to the top.
Yeah, no, but it's like, that's literally how it is. Like, that's how it'll happen. Like, once I like, and it's not only just my locks, but like before that, like I started DJing, and like people were, you know, reposting my stuff. But then when I got locks, it was like all these like hair pages and like different people just like reposting. And
When
like,
did you
I was
change
just,
the
like,
locks?
Gaining a lot of followers.
2014, 15.
Like 15. Yeah. Yeah, it was a while ago.
So you
but
know if you
they're
change
faux
your hair-
locks, I can always change them if I
But
want.
if you change your hair, you know you risk certain.
Losing that.
Oh, you might
Yeah,
grow up.
honestly, it's so funny because
Losing that
like I've
bag.
gotten like
Losing the bag.
yeah, I've gotten gigs or not DJ gigs. Obviously, like somebody's not going to tell you you have to come with the locks if you're going to DJ here. Like they would never do that. That if they do, bye. That's weird.
We should do a social experiment. Like,
We should.
yeah, take off
But,
the
like,
locks and
for
send you out.
But for modeling though, like they have like they've been like, oh, like can you do them a little darker? Like we don't want them so blonde, because I started like doing them super blonde because I just like blonde.
Yeah.
And
At a certain point where you're like, fuck these locks. Like, let me. I wish
no,
you would take
I
them
was
out.
never like fuck these locks because I hate doing
They're
my
so
hair.
heavy.
No, I hate doing my own hair. I have a lot of hair. It's like lion's mane, like it's too much, and so I don't want to deal with it. So like having the locks was really just because I didn't feel like doing my hair, and then I was like, these actually look really good on me.
And it worked out.
I'm gonna keep them, and it worked out. And they're like, "Oh, that's a DJ with locks." Like they love it.
It's so crazy because in my world, I put no effort into what I have to like, what I
Nothing.
look like, and what I.
I mean,
all
see,
that
must
shit.
be nice. See, y'all always talk about the girls having to do this and that, but y'all ain't even got to do nothing.
We
but
just
come
wear black shirts.
with a black
jeans.
tee and some headphones.
Yes.
I know.
We
Yeah.
gotta wear makeup and be cute
Yeah.
because then people are asking questions. Well, why didn't
But y'all,
she?
but
Do you wear heels to every gig?
I did for a minute, but then I was like, "Fuck this!" I just get really cute sneakers. But I like wearing sneakers anyways. I'll wear slides to a gig. I
Nice.
always have slides in my backpack.
do you what do you classify yourself as a DJ? Do you put yourself in an influencer, model, DJ category?
Oh my God, no!
Dude, look at her face. Jesus
I know,
Christ. Zoom in, Peter.
But
An
but
influencer DJ? That's like not a DJ.
what's the difference though? You're
I was a DJ before I even got signed and
I
started
know,
doing
but now you're an influencer
things.
DJ.
Okay, cool, but I don't really feel like I'm influencing when I'm.
Is it really a bad
influencer.
thing to be?
Yeah,
an
why is it
influencer?
such a bad stigma?
Being an influencer is not a good thing.
Why?
Like, because people just
You were
look at
just
it like, oh,
bigging
you're
up
just an
influencers. You said it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but I wouldn't.
It seems shallow.
That's awesome.
It looks like a shallow.
But hey, look.
thing. Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but that's also why I don't put myself in their category, because I'm not putting in all that work.
Yeah.
I don't have a YouTube channel. Like, I'm not vlogging all the time. Like,
So you're one of
I could make a lot of money doing that, but like, I'm not passionate about it.
Her passion is
but
DJing.
Can I take devil's advocate, or can I
Go
just
ahead.
can
Come
I be
on.
can I
Come
be
on.
judgmental for a
Fuck you
second? Yeah. No, I wanna be. Look, you can't say you're not an influencer DJ or a model DJ because you're in a model agency, and then you're taking money from brands who are paying you as an influencer. So technically, you are an influencer DJ.
But like, barely. I don't be taking that many influencer checks. I feel you though, but like,
Yeah.
I'm not. No.
But if I had to give you a name tag, it had influencer
or you could
DJ
just give
on
me a
there.
name tag as DJ
But-
Millie.
Yes, you can. Of course.
Period.
Of course.
Period.
But even
it
I
don't
have
have
a-
to be influencer.
But even I have a
after or
stigma.
before.
I'm a club DJ. I'm a club DJ.
Yeah.
Some
So
people
you
might
only
be-
DJ at the club. You won't DJ
Oh,
a
yeah.
wedding. You won't DJ an event.
He doesn't get those.
I don't get events.
He doesn't get
You
private
get events because you're an influencer
No,
DJ.
that's not why I get events. I get events because I know I don't really know how to explain
You know
it.
how-
Like
you know how
it's
to
different.
influence.
No, it's not just influencing.
good at
Like
influencing.
because also I don't think I've ever heard you DJ, but I'm
Yeah,
sure
I've
you're
never heard
amazing.
you.
Yeah, you've never heard me, but I'm sure
I'm
you're
all right.
amazing.
I'm all right.
But like,
I don't big
all
myself
right.
up like you. But then I
I'll
don't get my
cut it out
laptop. I don't get my laptop deleted.
oh
either, so.
damn, are you gonna come for me? That was a really depressing time in my life. You
So,
know
but
what?
you here, look, you here, you shining, and we're all good, and
True.
you're on Wilhelmina. So
True,
yeah.
but like
We're not.
corporate gigs.
We're
and
not.
stuff,
Yeah, exactly.
We're not that beautiful.
I just don't. I want to know why you take it. Why? Like I don't think it has a bad thing on it. But I can tell. I know why you think it's a bad category or a, like.
I want to hear why you think that.
Because I think there are some influencers who are like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start DJing because it's the wave and I
Period.
can make money.
Yeah, exactly.
And then for you to get put into that,
when-
category.
exactly when I put in
Yeah.
the work. Like that's the thing. Like I put in the work before I even started DJing events. I was like, I'm not about to do this until I actually know what I'm doing. I learned on turntables.
Yeah.
I didn't learn on
No,
a
you don't have to-
controller.
you don't have to prove anything to me. I mean,
that's I know, but I'm telling you right here.
She's making it clear for you.
I never learned on not bashing anybody that learns on a controller, but I really like wanted to learn how to really truly DJ on turntables. So like I took my time and like learned how to do it, and then started taking gigs gradually. Like there's people that have been
I think it's
thrown
clear.
in just because they have followers. Oh hey, I am a DJ now, so let me just do this like crazy cool event. That's like I'm getting paid way too much money knowing that I damn well can't DJ. And there's like people like that, and I'm like, yo, like what the fuck? And I know it pisses everybody off because it's like there's somebody that deserves to be there 100% more
I don't
than
get
you.
pissed off.
You
dude.
always DJ on turntables? I think I like use on turntables, right?
I do like using turntables. I did at Light.
Yeah,
Yes.
you did.
Um,
Because I was kind of upset.
were
Oh
you?
yeah, because
Damn.
the
I'm
OG
just
likes the
joking.
CDJs now.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like moving into the
Yeah.
CDJ world, but like for the longest time I was like only turntables,
Mm-hmm.
but you know like long events and stuff and like anything outside I always CDJs, but my writer is like now it's CDJs.
Yeah. Cool.
Don't worry.
I have a question
Like-
for you guys.
Me and never.
If there were a brand that came up to you and said, I want to pay you to whatever,
Mm-hmm.
to like, yo, wear this T-shirt, push this barbecue pork
Period.
ribs and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
We'll pay you $2,000 a post, and then your followers start going up, start going to like $500,000,
Oh shit.
and then you start, and does it matter at that point if the DJ shit? Like obviously you're still a DJ, but if your influence is bigger than that, I mean, you were called an influencer DJ, would you get insulted by that?
Go ahead.
Well, I kind of had that when the sneaker shit was blowing up for me.
Yeah.
Like, so I was a DJ, then the sneaker shit was right next to it, and then that shit blew up. And everyone's like, oh, you're the sneaker guy, you're the sneaker guy. And I was like, no, I'm a DJ. And that was like a real thing that I was fighting against, that I wanted to be known for what I was like, what I'm good at. I mean, the sneaker shit is cool and everything, but you're the sneaker guy, you're the sneaker guy.
You get like pigeonholed.
You get pigeonholed, yeah.
So do you
Yeah.
feel like the DJ community is accepting of DJ Millie as a DJ? Or you think there's a lot of people that are out there like, man, she's just one of them influencer DJs. Look,
I
she
feel
got
like there's
100,000.
absolutely those people that are like, oh, she's just an influencer DJ. She's just pretty, and that's why she's getting booked. But then I feel like there's the DJs that can really DJ that like will see me and they're like, oh, like she can actually DJ. Like she's not just like out here putting on a front for Instagram. Like,
right.
and that's how like it's so funny because like even Henry when he booked me for the first time was like, okay, like you can really DJ. Like all
You're
right,
talking
cool.
about what,
And-
Henry? What are you, Henry? You're talking about your manager. What are you?
What's your title?
Henry, what are you?
He's
He don't have
Henry.
a title. He
He's the middleman.
He take care of business.
He takes care of the
Henry
business.
cusses people out for me. Yeah, he got the markets on lock for me. So yeah, he's like
You're like QC.
he's
What are
like
you?
the cosign. He's like,
No,
nah,
he's the muscle.
she could really do it.
Henry's the
You're like,
muscle.
what are you like, Birdman or something?
No, he's
He's booked all the influencer DJs. Ask Henry about all the influencer DJs that he's booked. He's booked them.
So okay. So you don't like that title, influencer DJ.
I hate the title just because I feel like I'm not in that category of
Okay.
the ones that like come in.
But you
vaguely
can
in.
understand how people can put you in that category.
I can see why, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Like my friends are always like, you need to like put more like videos of you DJing on
Yeah.
your Instagram, and like you need to show people. And I'm just like, that's why you come to my show. But they're like, no, like you need.
Do you have any mixtapes out?
I have like mixes.
Okay.
Mixtapes.
Yeah.
No.
Mixtapes, mixes, same thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I have my mixes like on
You
SoundCloud.
have a SoundCloud? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I have SoundCloud.
So there's a referral.
I'm
where
like
people can-
working
Yeah.
on like.
Why you laughing,
producing
asshole?
stuff.
I would just say I would think she would have mixes.
But I feel like, yeah, no, I do have mixes. But I feel like at this point, like, I don't know. I just feel like.
So what's the end result? Do you want to be what? You're not an influencer DJ. You're not a quote unquote model DJ, right?
You're a
because
DJ.
you're a DJ. You started as a DJ, but you are doing influencer shit and you are doing model shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what kind of DJ do you want to be? Like, what is the end goal?
Who do you
Like-
who's the finish line?
Yeah, like look at another DJ and model your career after that person, if you had to.
I don't like to do that just because
Okay.
I always feel like I can go above and beyond. So like
Hey,
I
okay,
look at
okay.
like
We love the confidence.
Beyonce.
That's a great.
Confidence is here.
Love that. Love it.
I look at Beyonce
queen.
and shout out to Beyonce, happy birthday. But no, I look at
Okay.
Shout out to the Beehive.
I look at Beyonce and I see what she's done and like the work ethic she puts into everything and like the shit she says no to and the shit that she just like bosses up and she's like, I'm Beyonce, so I do this. I want to be in that direction. Like I want to choose the direction I want to go. I don't feel like it should be in one box. It should be like, oh, I want to be like on the level of Calvin Harris, because I mean obviously that would be great to be paid like Calvin Harris, but like I'm also not in that like genre really yet.
What
Or,
do you
like,
consider yourself as what type of DJ are you?
I see that's the thing, like, you know, I'm open format, but I love DJing everything. I feel like I can do like a house funk set. I can do anything. I could do jazz. That's I like grew up on jazz, but I've been really getting into like house and reggaeton.
How is your musical knowledge of soul and funk? Must be insane, no?
I mean, yeah, kind of, but like I'm also just like I have an ear, not like, you know,
I have an ear
I
too.
envy people. No, like, but like an ear and an eye are different, obviously.
God damn
But
it.
like some people
How
like
many-
are so good at like I was telling Henry earlier, I said, tell them don't ask me no questions of what albums came out or what year, because I don't fucking know. I'm not
So we have
good at
never
that.
here.
I don't know, like, and there's people like that, and I'm like, fuck, like I wish I knew that type of stuff because I envy them. I'm like, that's so cool. Like you just know what time an album came out like every time, but like I'll just like know if I hear a song I'm like, oh, I know that song, but like I might not know the name of it or like the artist.
know-
I'm
but,
kind of like that. I
I'm
don't
like
remember
that.
names for shit.
I don't remember names, but like I remember sounds and like, yeah. So I don't know. I know what I like, and a lot of the stuff that's like labeled in my computer, there might not even be an artist, but it'll be like a word that I'm like, oh, I know what song that is.
Yeah.
You know, like only I will know. And it's
So
always
you might
those
not know
songs
the,
that might.
you might not know the title of the song.
Yeah, but then
you
there's.
have-
I might not know the title. I might not even know the artist, but like I know what it is because I've named it something completely
Like
different.
summer of 2009.
You know? Exactly, and then there's
She
like
knows what it is.
because there's always those like little weirdos that like to be behind your computer recording you and like trying to find.
That's where you put the
what it
DJ
is.
AM mode.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wait, what?
The DJ AM mode.
Wait, you put me on. What's that?
It blanks out. Like
Does that still work?
Yeah, it still works. It's on Serato DJ. It's on the where it says the
It's
title.
a mode. It's an actual mode.
Yeah,
or that's-
DJ AM mode. So you just click on DJ AM mode, and then it just blanks out the track that's playing. Yeah.
I need to do that.
She's like, what's
Because
that?
everybody's trying to come for my sits.
Remember I
I'm
said
just
if you
kidding.
if you keep helping her out, you know what I mean? You got to be ready. You got to be
Listen,
ready.
she
you
can
know?
go above and beyond.
She's going to go up above.
I would
that.
not. I would not delete
man.
the songs off the computer.
Please don't. No.
So-
I got it on a hard drive now. I learned my lesson.
So being on Wilhelmina, doing all these events, you have 100, like what? How many followers do you have?
117,000.
121 right now.
Oh,
121,000.
Sorry, I missed it by 4.
It was like 22 yesterday, but
Those are organic.
people
You
keep
didn't buy-
unfollowing me.
I'm gonna
my life's
unfollow
over.
her. See if I can change it.
Those
I
are
do not
organic,
care.
right?
Yeah, yes.
Those are organic. You didn't buy any followers.
No, ew.
So then I have a question. So when people, do you ever feel like your looks and your following and you being at a higher profile than other motherfuckers, do you think it's a disadvantage sometimes?
A disadvantage?
Yeah.
No.
No? Being cute, being attractive, Can it ever be a disadvantage?
It might be to somebody that's like, oh, like we want like such a real raw DJ, but it's like who, like what?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
is that even a thing?
My thing is like, yo,
like,
because when
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, when I'm around homies and stuff like that, and we see like, you know, like a woman DJ get booked, and if she's really good looking and she has a lot of followers, our instinct that everyone says is like, she probably can't DJ,
or like, or she can. And that's why they're booking her.
No, that's never a thought, though.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
But like, why can't they be a
sorry.
thought? Because I don't look at a male DJ being booked somewhere that might have a lot of followers or might not have any followers.
If I see
be
a
like, oh,
really
he
good
fucking
looking,
sucks.
I'm not gonna lie. If I see a really good looking, like
DJ,
a male DJ,
pause,
right?
See,
And
y'all gotta get your head up out that space.
no,
that's because we're all ugly.
Wait.
So if you see,
Shut up.
you like, come on, we're
being honest here.
We're being
though,
honest
right?
here, really. Everyone's beautiful like you. You see, they're gonna book you before they book me. They'll be like, you know what?
Not always. That's not true.
But
It is true.
That's very true.
Shut up.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Don't be humble.
I'm saying,
Come
if
on.
I had an event, and I was like, yo, who do I want to look at this event? I don't want to look at Jamie at this event.
Yeah.
They're booking Millie.
Oh yeah, no, for
I'll
sure.
look at-
Okay, whoa, shit.
Well, no,
gonna
that's
kill
why I'm
myself
saying no.
after
The only reason why I'm saying yeah for sure is because of the situation that I was in. Remember, I was telling you the manager / I taught her how to DJ situation would love to be right behind the booth, right next to me, just doing the most.
But I'm saying, you don't think it's a disadvantage to be like, you know, kind of like good looking? You don't think so? Like,
I think so sometimes. Yeah, maybe.
like how
I
many
don't know,
dudes
but
must try to pick you up at every, like, yeah, how do you know that something's a sincere meeting?
at events and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the most annoying part about it. Like,
Oh, you see, guys, don't approach her.
like,
At
please don't
events.
approach me. I don't want to hear about the time that you met me last time and how you want to send me your song and stuff like that. Like, send me your song, and if I
Tough.
like it, I'll respond. I actually really do. I do listen to
Tough.
the songs.
Tough
Like, I'm
crowd.
not like not paying attention to that stuff. Like, I
Yeah.
love to hear different new artists, but
Who's the biggest celebrity that's ever tried to like hit on you?
oh man,
We can bleep. Man,
Henry's laughing, so it must be someone we all know.
I'm trying to think if I got hit on by like a celebrity, which would never happen.
never.
I would get so G'd up.
Yeah,
I was
yo,
be
Rihanna
feeling myself.
tried to holler at me for some odd reason.
hit
Crazy.
on.
You know, like, I'm going to San Tropez. You want to come with me? And you're like,
Whoa,
shit.
shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Let me check my passport.
Or I'll
Oh,
just take myself to San Tropez.
You see, that's a flex.
Yeah, I
That's
can't
a
do
flex.
that. I can't do that though.
I can barely go to LA and back sometimes. I'll be like, you know
Shut
what?
up, you're stupid.
I want to know if like a celebrity or like a rapper or high profile dude's game, is their game worse usually or better than
I
other
feel
dudes?
Honestly, it's always the people with the most money that don't know how to speak to a woman.
Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah, they might have millions or
telling
trillions
you.
of dollars and like
Really?
They're
they
like,
do not have any swag, anything.
swag.
And it's kind of cute. It's like, oh, that's cute.
Like
But then,
athletes. Athletes are probably the worst.
athletes, specifically
Basketball.
football players,
No
don't know
game.
how to talk to anyone.
no game.
And they're also mostly stupid
You should
because
go
they
for
get
the-
hit in the head for a living.
You should go for the baseball players, Millie. They got the biggest contracts.
They
If-
do, yeah, but no.
She said they do, yeah.
They do. They don't.
I don't need
440
Please don't hit me up. I have
All the
none of y'all.
Dodgers. Like, listen,
Bigger than the, maybe NBA players?
$440 million contracts for 10
there's
years.
been some NBA players, some of those.
I'm trying to get some juicy
Like good ones.
stories.
I
No.
want
I
some
want to
good-
know of a guy that like I don't know. Like I want to know how your
You
looks
guys, I
get in
can't
the way.
put them out there like that.
No,
I
no,
don't-
no names.
you don't
No
have to- you have
names.
to
I want to
name.
know how your
Funny.
looks are disadvantaged sometimes.
Yeah. You're like, dude, that guy had no fucking game. What a sad
Nah,
story.
not that. I don't give a shit about that. But like, I want to know how like your looks can be a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? She's like, no,
Like-
it's been actually really helpful for me. She can't think of anything.
to say. That's bad.
I feel like guys like love that, like they're like, oh, like you're pretty and like you're talented, like, oh, you like have a career. Like,
Yeah.
those types of guys, like they're very used to like, and not saying that like, see, I don't like to put down other women because like whatever you doing, do you, period. I don't have any like do you? But I will say that a lot of these men, like, they do love it. They're like, oh my God, like, she has her own shit. Like, that's cool, you know? So, like, that'll be having them, like, just trying to, like, do the most, you know? And then, like, I'm like, okay, like,
Who's another good-looking DJ out there? Like Ruckus.
Yeah.
That's a good-looking
Pause.
oh,
dude.
he has like a beautiful model girlfriend.
Nah,
right?
he's divorced.
They're divorced.
Oh, divorce.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
She's like, wow, okay.
damn!
she's
I
like,
didn't know that.
damn.
That sucks. She's bomb.
Check
She was so
DMs.
bomb.
Ruckus.
No, no.
Ruckus is listening right now. He's
I'm
listening.
Who's
so
another?
for-
Who's another good listen?
By the way,
Shit. And I'm like, okay.
Super pause. Super pause throughout this whole conversation.
I feel like Calvin Harris, like, got like he, you know, when he got started making some money, he fixed himself up a little bit.
But then he
Yeah,
dated
definitely.
Taylor Swift
Yeah.
though,
After the fix up,
What's that?
like,
Was
you want
that
to see.
bad?
and I thought Calvin was cute. I was like, oh, he cute.
You haven't
He a
seen
little-
Calvin before.
He's like tall.
Nah, he was
and
totally. He didn't look.
handsome.
He always looked. He was kind of fat, right? A little chubby.
No, he just looked like a
He
dork
had like a dorky hair, dude.
That.
before the Hakkasan contract.
Yeah.
No, the Hakkasan contract was. Let me fix my
Turned him
teeth.
up.
Yeah, I would fix my teeth for sure.
For sure.
I had to change my name. Couldn't be crooked anymore.
Cardi B.
DJ Straight.
DJ Straight.
That's why he has crooked, because it's crooked teeth.
J. Cole said, "Don't do it."
Yeah, but he didn't listen to J. Cole. He's not
My
listening.
shit is fucked. The J. Cole's not that bad. Though.
Nah, yours. By the way, she
Yeah.
just looked over your teeth.
Yeah, she was like, "Nah,
Yeah.
she was like, nah, you can fix that shit."
Yeah,
Nah, you good. You good. Crooked, you're good.
At least the
You better-
bottom. You
better
can fix the
Nah,
bottom.
you-
Put some money
Good.
aside and fits those. That
It's
shit.
the beauty within.
You good?
Okay, I don't want to be. I don't want to be casted now. Don't put me in a casting now.
Be like, we need
My
a DJ
teeth
with a crooked
start
teeth.
judging me, on motherfucker. Yeah.
I can't think of a specific like situation though that anyone. Well, actually, yeah, I was telling Henry earlier.
She's looking at
I was-
management.
Nah, come
I
on.
was- Okay, but you guys have to bleep out the name.
Yes, we will.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely,
got it.
no doubt.
Timestamp.
I was DJing this thing for BT, or like I think actually no, it was All Star Weekend, and like
Wow.
he tried it.
Wait. What did he say?
Listen.
A whole lot of things that were just like he's trying to like talk to me about like old school rap, and I was like, sir, I'm trying to DJ right now, like I can't even hear you.
Was this like this year or last year? Or?
This was like 2 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke, but never mind. I can't make it.
You can't
it's
make
too
it 'cause
obvious.
people
It's
will
too
know.
obvious. But yeah.
Yeah, no, but it was just like an older thing. Like, oh, let me like try to like smooth her in with like the old school
Ooh,
talk. And I was just
spicy.
like, sir, like,
I see you.
You said, "Sir."
Sir.
yes, you have to call him sir. You gotta say sir because like I'm not about to like let you know that I know who you are.
Wow.
Shouts-
You can't do
that's
that.
So you played it off like you didn't know who he was.
I was just like, oh no, sir. Mm-mm. Not right now.
Damn. Legendary move, though.
But it's
He
also
tried to put
like
his
I
Hall of
would
Fame
never
out
try
there.
to talk to you during a basketball game. I'm not gonna like wave you down at the halftime and like or whatever the fuck. What is the time that like timeout? I'm not gonna like
Halftime.
time out, halftime,
Yeah, yeah.
halftime. But no, time out because they still working, right? Because
Yes.
I'm still working. So you need to know that.
Mid play.
Yeah, we ain't on a break.
This is great.
Oh
I'm
my
just
god.
picturing with a do rag on, baggy sweatsuit.
Still looking like 2000.
I think a do-rag was
With a
involved.
double XT shirt on.
Yeah.
A triple X.
Yeah, he probably definitely looked like a Steve Harvey, like, right? Like just like
Yeah.
with the zoot suit or like the big ass
No,
blazer with the baggy
sweatpants.
jeans.
No, he wears the baggy sweatsuits. He's still stuck in 2000.
You be wearing the real ignorant chains, like the ones that you just like, sir. What are you doing?
Sir.
Why you
I
calling
love
him
this.
I like saying sir. I don't know. I love saying that word,
The sir
especially to the old ones.
to the
Oh my
old one.
god, yo.
Damn.
This is foul, yo.
Never. Did she
Sir.
call you sir at light?
But honestly,
she
though,
didn't. Thank God.
the younger ones, like they really don't know how to talk to anybody. Like they just will like, especially in the DMs. Like if anybody thinks they're popping, like I've had like younger like athletes or like rappers, like
Can you give
they'll
us a-
just like send a heart or like send a hi or like a wave. And then it's like, am I actually supposed to respond to that? Because
Damn.
like,
Put
what
some
kind
effort.
of effort? What kind of effort is that? Like, but like, obviously that's working for them
Damn.
Yeah.
because they felt comfortable enough to like go ahead and send me a hand.
How do you pick up? How do you pick up people on social media? I don't understand it. I would never do that.
I have met people on social media, but it's only because I've like known them through a friend or like That's who they are.
You do that though. You pick up shorties on
I
social
pick up
media.
Jamie does that.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
But Jamie tries to do it.
No, I do it.
Yeah.
Don't try.
Those days are over for me.
You just send the.
I don't do that. No.
Just
I'm
get some
good.
tacos. You know, the tacos work. Girls love food.
Girls love food.
Girls love
Period.
food. Oh my God.
You see?
If you come with a dinner plan,
Woo! Look, I'm telling you.
if you come with a dinner plan, period. If you come with a dinner plan and you come with some wine plans, you come with a plan.
And then
That's
the-
all girls want. Like, we want a date. Like, that's it. Like, we
I'm
want to
telling
be
you.
taken to
Fellas,
eat.
y'all should be writing this down.
What am I telling you?
Period. Like, we want to eat. We don't want to do anything else.
Look, food and jokes wins every time.
Food and jokes.
Look at that.
Listen to Jamie.
It does. Or like, you know what? You know what has worked in the past?
Tell me.
Okay, let's get back on track over here.
Yeah.
Fucking dating 101 with
Yeah.
DJ Millie.
Please ask me anything.
and
I'm
Jamie.
the dating.
I know, of all people,
What people?
Jamie. Don't listen to Jamie.
It works.
fuck
Millie
is
just
going
said it
on?
works.
It does work. He's right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jamie,
Looks-
you're the loneliest
Don't come for
motherfucker I know.
Jamie.
Look,
Damn.
look, listen.
Don't do Jamie like that.
No.
Do not do him like that.
The only wait, look, listen. The only motherfucker more lonely than Jamie is me because
Yeah.
all I do is work. All I do is work.
The only
But
one
I know for a fact this motherfucker's lonely as fuck.
No, but I know how to talk to women. Look, listen.
Okay, period. He knows
Women-
how to talk. That's
look,
all it is.
Yeah,
Fuck
listen.
no, man.
Looks only
Dude is
goes so
getting the
far
bucket.
because girls want somebody funny when they're 80 years old sitting next to the
yeah,
porch.
all right, the dating
Okay.
advice is gonna stop right now.
man.
Thanks, Jamie.
I'm winning.
Thank you, Jamie. I'm
It
about to
doesn't
shut off
matter
your
for like
mic.
the right people, like for who you really like want to
see?
be dealing
You
with.
see?
It doesn't matter.
Speaking of Afro beats,
Let's talk about it.
you've done Everyday People with MoMA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know that whole circle, and you know Roble.
Roble, shout
All
out
the
Roble,
homies. Yeah, yeah.
Sada.
We're actually gonna be there this
MoMA.
Sunday.
Listen to
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sunday we'll be there.
I'll
So,
be
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
dope.
Support.
Yo, have you ever seen a party like that before?
Everyday People is so fun. Cause like, and no, I haven't.
Does LA have parties like that though?
You know what?
You know what?
Like,
I want to ask
they
you.
Do.
Yeah, they do.
They do. You don't want to ask me yet?
No, go ahead.
LA does have parties like that, but it's always like randomly. Like it's not like, oh, this is a party that you know is gonna be.
Can you
lit.
name like some?
It's always like random. Like it's not like a specific like party. It's somebody.
There isn't
threw
like a weekly
something.
party that has that same energy. Not really.
You know, Shaba.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean G.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Sean
Bird.
G and Drew. That's like one of the best parties in LA. Period. Like I like it's
They turn people away at like 11 o'clock, right?
yeah. Like I did Shaba a couple weeks ago and it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
movie. It's like my favorite party honestly because you know Sean and Drew like they definitely like keep to the reggae, but like you know later on in the night like let's like play some new hip hop shit like and when I did DJ I was like I really wanted to stick to reggae and play some like old classic reggae. It was crazy though. It was really fun and then like all the homies pulled up. Shout out Buddy and all the
Oh, Buddy, the rapper. Yeah.
Danny Lee. Shout out Danny.
Shout out to Danny. She's dope.
Yeah, so like it was dope, and people just be pulling up there. It was funny because like one time, I don't even care, but one time like came there when he was like dating, and like he had so much security with him, and like it was just like crazy on the stage. Just like these huge, like honestly, the biggest security guards I've ever seen in my life. I was like, damn, where the fuck do y'all find these? Like what? And like everybody was like, get off the stage. It's a Shaba. Like we don't do that here. Like. Because it's not like that because most of the clubs in LA is just like so VIP and like stupid. Like
Yeah.
it's just like everybody's here just to
Just to
dance.
have a
like
good time,
nobody's
chill.
here trying
Nobody
to be
trying
on
to
celebrity shit. Like
buying
nobody,
bottles and shit
right?
like
Like
that.
no
Yeah.
one. There's no bottle service. Nobody cares
Yeah.
who you are. Like there'll be like the most famous people in there you literally would never know because they're just there.
Yeah.
You know.
That's the one thing about Everyday People. When I talk to MoMA, I know I always talk about Everyday People, but when I talk to Mo and you know he talks to me about like celebrities or musicians or famous people, he's like, we don't try to cater to them at all.
Yeah.
Like we literally just cater to everyday people. Our
But
people.
they do sometimes.
But if they come through, no. No, but if they come through,
When they
you
come
know.
through, they got them. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
for
Little
sure.
bit. Yeah,
They have to feel
yeah.
comfortable.
But there's also like there's certain like artists that have been loyal to everyday people, probably like Jadena and
Kaylani has
yeah.
been there a lot. Like she's been there past few times I've DJed there.
yeah.
Janae Monet.
Yeah, Janelle
Monáe.
Monáe.
Yeah.
Like those are like real friends to the party.
Yeah,
you
they're
know what
like
I'm saying? So I think
friends.
they're a part of the party, but I don't think they would cater to anybody, right? But that's kind of like I wanted to ask you about the LA scene. And there's certain parties or clubs that I would DJ at, and it would just be like girls on their phones,
Yeah.
and then like it would just be like I feel like the new thing in LA is motherfuckers really want to request like the new hot shit,
Yeah.
the new song that's not even gonna work in the room yet.
It's not gonna work. That's a thing.
Is that
like,
a thing? That is a thing though.
So
I'm not crazy, right?
It's for sure a thing, and that's a thing. Like, it was funny because I DJ'd Lock and Key a couple weeks ago, and like I was playing like a lot of like guy music, like
what?
shit that the guys were just like ready to hear, like the new Young Thug, like the new Mustard, like that type of stuff. But then like right when you go into like City Girls and like the that new Sweetie song, like My Type, and like the girls start going crazy, and then like the dudes are even happier because like the girls are dancing. Like you want to make the girls dance, period. Like you want to hear some like turn up, the girls are twerking. Like that's how I DJ. Like I want to DJ for women because like women start dancing and then the men like it because they're dancing, and then like that's all it is. Guys think they want to hear like the new slow ass Young Thug song. I love Shout Out Young Thug. I love that new album, but
It's not for the club.
it's not for the crowd sometimes, you know? Like
What was in your opinion, what was the song of the summer?
My Type.
My Type.
My Type was the song of the summer.
I called that.
Yeah, I mean, but that's also because it has a classic beat. But like, it's just like My Type was the
Shit
song.
on my choice, huh?
My Type was the song, and then like the secret song of the summer was that song Intro, One Take J,
Ooh,
Mustard
good choice.
album.
Oh yeah.
That was like whoa.
That's
like,
a good
they
one.
came crazy. And then like
you feel
everybody
like-
loved Tatiana, but that came before
came
the
out
summer.
right
That
before
kind
the
of came
summer.
and went.
That
so.
came, they came and went.
I mean, it's still.
And
It
then
was still a summer song. But
I
it
do
wasn't
love
like-
that OT Genesis Bay song.
Bay?
Even though
I
that's
look
kind of
like
old
Bay.
now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's like considered old now. But I like I like the new Young Thug. I like Surf. We're gonna. I actually really like that Young Thug album. At first, I was like, but it grew on me, and now I like almost every single song. But what I listen to is very different than what I DJ.
So what you listen to?
I listen to R&B. Snow Allegra's new album.
Yeah,
Just
That was a
talking
really good one.
Henry. That's one of my friends. She's so good.
Who's
She's
the other one?
amazing.
Mac Ayers.
Mac Ayers.
Sir's new
Oh,
album
Sir's
is
new
really,
album is
really
good.
good.
What do you? We were having a conversation. What do you call this new wave of R&B?
I don't know.
See, I don't know.
It's like lo-fi. What do you call it?
It's definitely a new wave. I want Bryson to come back and like do something because I love that first Bryson tape or album. I don't
Yeah.
know if it was a tape or album, but
Trap soul.
yo.
But all the music that people are making is not for the clubs.
It's not.
It's not at all, but people love it. Like they love it.
But what does that mean?
It's
What does
for-
that mean for the clubs?
It's for the lonely
Is
people.
the- is
That means
idea-
that they need to start coming with some club hits.
yeah.
That means that the lane is open because like R&B I feel like is taking over because they're making full on projects and albums. Like there hasn't been one like rap album this summer. Actually, I will say I love Rick Ross's album, but like I'm not gonna like play that in the club because it was also like very slow. Like
I mean, yeah, I got nothing against it.
you know,
As long as look, if they're feeding me music that I could play for like people in the club, that's fine. I just hate it when motherfuckers give me like when artists give me music that I can't play in the club that people want to hear.
period. I want to hear. I want to listen.
Like
to
I don't know
stuff that
how
people wanna
I don't
play
know
in
how
the club.
that Pop Smoke song is popping in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit.
I
Oh,
don't
they love
understand
it.
that
You
shit.
guys,
Yeah.
that new millennial culture, guys, they love it. They love that song.
I don't know how to play that shit. I wouldn't even know how to drop that
drop it,
shit.
yeah.
I
It's
don't
not
even
like
know
it's
how.
not like Bobby Shmurda. That kind of.
I've seen a couple DJs in LA like try to drop it, and
It's
it was
crazy.
a crash and burn. No, it was not good.
It's not that good in LA, but Lock and Key was kind of cute. But I also feel like
kinda
in the
cute.
daytime, like I'm trying to hear Pop Smoke. You know?
It's a nighttime type of record.
But then you think that, and then you play it, and they're like, oh.
What do you call it? Thank you for coming through. Is
Thanks
there,
for
is there
having
anything
me
you want to, anything you
Say
want
out
to
there.
pitch or anything you want to put out there?
I'm a real DJ.
I'm a real DJ. Come out if you're ever where I am. Reach out to me. I'm not like weird. I respond to real DMs.
Ooh.
And yeah,
But just don't wave her or send her hearts. None of that shit.
don't do that. Don't try to get at me. Please don't. But yeah, no.
Well, like, what's next for you? What are we gonna see next for you? Like, you gonna do any festivals? You gonna do anything exciting?
Yeah, hopefully some festivals soon. I'm gonna be doing Africa.
Oh wow!
New Year's
Nice.
Eve. I'm gonna be in Ghana and then
That's dope.
Tanzania. So I'm gonna do my little Africa run. But yeah, so if anybody's listening from Africa, that's cool. But yeah, so yeah, no, I hope to be at some festivals and making my own music soon. Just learning how to produce and like getting into that whole field. So
Well, you were surrounded by all of that shit, you know, from young, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
kind of come natural. All right, yo, Millie, thank you for coming through. Appreciate it.
thanks, guys. Thank you for having me.
And you can find this video on youtube.com/R.O.A.D podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment, and
And what do you call it? Big shout out to DJ City, man.
Yep.
Peace.
DJ City, give me that.
Please.
Give me that free membership.